Hello, my lovely Geminis. Welcome to your beginning of June tarot reading. My name is Natasha, also known as Nourish Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. This is a reading for the beginning of June for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Just be sure to take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of this might be for you, some of it might be for another Gemini. Now, we're going to pretty much get into this reading. We're going to do a little tarot, a little oracle, a little bit of all the things. But before I get started, I just wanted to say that I am doing a little kind of contest giveaway thing. So if you would like to be entered to get a free 3-card tarot reading from yours truly, you can just drop your name and a question you would like to have answered, or if you don't have a question, you can just put general reading in the comments. So name and question in the comments, and I'm gonna be picking one person from each zodiac sign, so one person from each of these zodiac readings at the beginning of June for a free 3-card tarot draw. So if you'd like to be entered, you can just go ahead and drop your name and question in the comments. Otherwise, we're pretty much going to get right into it. I've already shuffled these decks. What's going on, Gemini? What do you need to hear at the beginning of June? I already see that you need to make a decision, my friends. 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And right behind that is the Fool reversed. I think, you maybe want to start something new with the Fool. You want to start a new journey, but something is stopping you. You do not know which direction to go. I definitely feel you're at a bit of a crossroads. You also might be choosing between 2 people because this is the after tarot. So this is, the Rider-Waite tarot, but 1 second after. So traditionally in the Rider-Waite tarot, she is sitting there blindfolded with the 2 swords like across her chest. But in this one, there is 2 dudes kind of fighting in front of her. Again, gender is irregardless. I think that it could be you have to choose between 2 people. Doesn't even have to be people though. I think you're just kind of caught in a crossroads and you're not starting your journey because you don't know what to do. You're confused. So let's maybe find which path we need to go down, Gemini. What path does Gemini need to go down? At the fork in the road, in the crossroads. What's going on for Gemini at the beginning of June? See if chaos mode wants to work. I call it chaos mode when I just kind of shuffle and let things fall out. Sometimes it doesn't though. It did. Like 2 swords right at the back, right at the bottom of the deck again, Gemini. You gotta make a decision. All right. Who we got here? Yeah, I think, my lovelies, I know why it's hard for you to make a decision. A little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is usually traditionally the card of like a breakup, but it doesn't have to be like a romantic breakup. It could be any kind of heartbreak, loss, breaking up of a friendship, of a partnership, of a job loss, any kind of heartbreak. But the thing I like about this deck is usually the 3 of Swords are kind of being like stabbed into the heart. In this one, they're falling out and the heart is being mended. It has like bandages on it. So I think you're working on it, Gemini. But definitely some kind of heartbreak, I think, might be holding you back. Now, the other cards here that kind of fell out are the Hierophant, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Cups. This is the card of Taurus. This is the Knight of Water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Even if it wasn't a Taurus or a water sign involved, I think that for you, this Knight of Cups, every knight is on a mission. And the Knight of Cups is the 2nd slowest knight. So the slowest knight is the Knight of Pentacles. He's usually not really moving. He is like very like turtle energy and like the tortoise and the hare. Stolen said he wins the race. The Knight of Cups is just a little bit faster. The Knight of Cups is kind of like walking on towards like their mission or whatever. And I think you can see here the mission that you're kind of walking into is that Hierophant energy, is that Taurus energy. And the Hierophant is the card of, could be a teacher, structure, any kind of like system in place, religion, the government, whatever. But it is also a card of tradition, could be marriage that you might be walking into. But it is also a card of graduation. And that's kind of what I feel here is like a graduation from anything, like some kind of something you've been working on. I feel like you're trying to get to that point of the next level, leveling up. And it could also be, the Hierophant is structure, stability, rigidity, the kind of traditions or structures you live your life by. And maybe you're trying to walk into some stability here. But I think something is definitely holding you back from that. And that's kind of the decision you need to make, is how to get there. And we also have the Page of Wands and the Four of Pentacles that came out with those cards. Now, this is interesting, I think, in the Four of Pentacles in this deck. Death is also on the card. And the Page of Wands usually only has one person on the card, but in this, the Page of Wands is walking away from someone. I think that is you, my friends, and that's right next to the Three of Swords. I think you're definitely walking away from somebody. Again, doesn't have to be a partner. Could be a friend, could be a job, person, place, thing, energy. You're walking away from someone passionately. You know, the Page of Wands is the Page of Fire. It's like very headstrong, walking away. But I feel like even still, even if you're walking away from someone, like, you know that that's what you want to do, kind of lit that fire under you. You're like, I gotta go. You're still stuck. I think you don't know what to do, what comes next, right? You're like, I did it. I walked away from whatever I had to walk away from. Now what? And I think the reason why you're stuck there is because the scarcity mindset. That's what the Four of Pentacles is. You can see that the dude is holding all of his coins very close. He's afraid to lose them, and that's why death is looming. You know, what something that you hold on to too tightly is not yours, right? You're holding on to it tightly because you're afraid of losing it. You have to loosen your grip a little. You have to work on the abundance mindset, or the growth mindset instead of the fixed, scarce mindset, which is much easier said than done, especially after you've gone through any kind of heartbreak or loss. But I believe in you, Gemini. What else does Gemini need to hear at the beginning of June? What are the energies for Gemini at the beginning of June? All right, chaos mode. They said, no, not today. No chaos mode today. We're coming out of the chaos. Yeah, that is definitely you, my Geminis. Oh my gosh, I cannot make this up, Gemini. At the bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles, stability, abundance, mastery of career, of the material. We love to see it. Very Taurus energy. Lots of Taurus energy for you here, Gemini. But the reason why I said, oh my goodness, is because we have 3 tens that just came out. The 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Now, obviously, you have completed a cycle, Gemini. The 10s are the completion of the cycle. And I feel like it's like, this is where you are. This is where you want to be, right? The 10 of Swords, like, that person is literally dead. Like, done. Done. I've seen the 10 of Swords represented as the dog meme with the fire, and he has a mug, and he's like, this is fine. That's you. And the 10 of Wands, burnout, complete burnout. But the 10 of Wands, he's made it on his journey with all those wands on his back, made it up the hill. It was hard, it was tough, and now he's done, and he's like collapsed. And then again, in the 10 of Swords, the dude's literally dead. That's where you are, Gemini. You're like, I am tired. I am burnt out. I've reached my limit. I am at capacity. And the 10 that we want is the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles are the 10s that we're all kind of striving for. But the 10 of Cups specifically for you, Gemini, is complete and total emotional fulfillment. The 10 of Pentacles is abundant fulfillment, wealth, legacy. The 10 of Cups is family, friends, community, emotional abundance and fulfillment and happiness. That's what you want, Gemini. And I know. And it's been hard. And I think that also, again, might be the journey that you're on, right? The Knight of Cups is the Knight of Cups, and you're trying to get to the 10 of Cups. And you're like, how do I get there? I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I think that is why you're stuck in that 2 of Swords of like, but how? How do I get to the 10 of Cups? Let's try to find out how. What does Gemini need to hear, Oracle-wise? How can we get them to the 10 of Cups? No chaos mode? All right. I think you're done with the chaos, Gemini. You have to let it break. You have to let it break. And what is this? This is a wishbone. To get the wish, you have to break the bone, right? You know, you do the thing where you like pull it between 2 people and then it breaks, and whoever gets like the bigger part gets their wish or whatever. You have to let it break, Gemini, because I think you're at this point of, again, burnout. dead, but you still have not let it break. You still have not let it go. And that's why you're feeling so burnt out. And that's why you can't make a decision. Honestly, this card is, again, it's giving me very Two of Swords, right? Like with the choice, it has to break. There's two sides, there's two options. And you got to choose one, because not choosing and not moving forward is why you're kind of stuck in the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. What else does Gemini need to hear? I forgot, we're not doing chaos mode, Gemini. I think Gemini is done with the chaos. I'm just kind of pulling these rapid fire. Yes, yes. All right, so the first card that I pulled is Carefree Timelessness. And I think that's gonna be how you make a decision, Gemini, is this. So this is giving me very Knight of Cups. And now it's starting to make sense. I think instead of the Knight of Cups moving into the Hierophant, these are two different energies. I think you've been trying to be so rigid and structured and like, it's gotta be this way and it has to happen this way and I have to do what I'm supposed to do and I have to like stick to these like structures put on me by society, when you really just wanna be carefree. Knight of Cups, little fun, little flirty, carefree timelessness, just doing what makes you happy. But you're like, no, you are so stuck in the rigidity and the structure. That is what's leading to the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. You need some carefree timelessness in your life, my Gemini lovelies. Then we have the ever so lovely Cosmic Fuckery. I say it like that because you're not supposed to say curse words on YouTube. This is in May, we had a really, really rough Mercury retrograde. We had eclipse season. The cosmos were laughing at us. And that's what that card, I mean, you can see, I'm pretty sure that's Mercury like flipping you off in the background. It was a rough one. So, there's not much we can do about that astrologically. But if you were thinking like, man, why was May so terrible? That's maybe a little bit as to why. And it's okay. It was like that for all of us. But we need to move forward, Gemini. And that may also be why you're kind of like you're like, I don't want to move forward. I don't want to make a decision because the last time I tried to maybe was in Mercury retrograde and it did not work out the way you wanted to. It definitely backfired. But daybreak is coming. Until the day breaks and the shadows flee away. The shadows are almost gone, Gemini. Daybreak is coming. The sun is coming out again. I feel like you've been in this, it's a graveyard. Very dreary, gloomy energy, the shadow energy, and the daybreak is coming if you can move forward, if you can make that decision. Rewritten history is a card of not burning your books of your past, right? The history before us. It is about rewriting the story. You cannot, this card speaks of the dangers of burning books, right? You can't erase things like that. They just don't go away. It is not healthy. It is not good for you to just pretend like something didn't happen that hurt you. But you can rewrite the stories. You can create new neural pathways from your traumas. You don't have to keep going back into the trauma response. You can create new stories around these things that have hurt you. It's not about forgetting the past or forgetting your history or trying to ignore it or trying to pretend it didn't happen. It's about rewriting the stories going forward. And how do we do that? The next right thing. If you do not know how to move forward, you do not know if there's some big decision that is like stopping you, again, that Two of Swords, if there's some big decision that is stopping you from moving forward, all you need to worry about is the next right thing. The next right thing is a small action. It is a small step in the right direction. That's what you need to do. Just take small steps into the right direction and let your edges be liquid. I think this is literally the embodiment of what I was saying about the Hierophant versus the Knight of Cups. You have to let your edges be liquid. You cannot keep up in this really rigid, structured, sharp-edged energy. You need to let your edges be liquid and lean into that watery, vibey, carefree timelessness energy. You gotta let your edges be liquid, my friends. Now, I feel feel like a sadness coming from you, Gemini. I feel, and it's okay, I get it. You've been through it. And I feel like the last reading I did for Gemini too was like, you're just going through it. And you know what? It's okay. Us mutable signs have been going through it. So mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. I'm a Pisces sun, Sagittarius rising. We've been going through it, and it's okay. We're in this together. And that's what this card is about. You came here to turn off the lights. There's a group of people there. You're not in this alone. It's actually a group of aliens. But this card is reminding you that you came here to turn off the lights. You came here for a purpose. You came here for a reason. And I think you've been feeling like you're like, I don't have a purpose. I don't have a reason. Why am I here? Because you came here to help turn off the lights. You came here for a purpose. You just need to figure out what that purpose is. And how do we do that? We spell it out. And that's much easier said than done. Like, you're like, Natasha, if I could, I would. If I could spell it out, I would spell it out, but I don't know what it is. Purpose work takes a lot. I know because I've taught this in my group coaching program. I teach purpose. I think I found my purpose. I used to think for the longest time it was helping people, which I do still think that it is. But then I realized it's actually cultivating community, and that's what I do in my group coaching program and my yoga classes and my retreats and my community here on YouTube. If you want to join us, just hit that join button. We have this really awesome coven, an online community here. If you need some support, it's cultivating community is my purpose. So I thought it was something, and then it actually turned out to be something else. And yes, helping people is still a part of it, but you need to do the purpose work. And it takes a lot, and it takes a lot of meditation and diving deep and getting rid of the supposed to's and then, well, my parents told me how to do this and society told me how to do that. Nope. And at the bottom of the Oracle deck is literally my favorite card in this deck. Butterfly Dreams. And it speaks to how the butterfly does not, or the caterpillar does not know that it's about to become a butterfly in its cocoon. When the caterpillar's in the cocoon, it's turning into goo, okay? It's like melting. I'm assuming it's not a fun process for the caterpillar. And then it becomes a butterfly. And you are in that cocoon right now. You're in that chrysalis. And the thing that I love about that card is in the description of the card, it says, the car that was once a poster on your wall is now in your garage. And as someone who finally has my dream car sitting in my garage, it basically speaks to the life that you have now was something that you once dreamed of 10 years ago. Even though the going is tough right now, not everything's perfect right now, you still dreamed of being here once. And now that you're here, you're dreaming about being somewhere else, right? And it's like you don't know, the caterpillar doesn't know that it's in the cocoon, right? You don't know that you're kind of going through it right now, but what's on the other side of the cocoon is the butterfly dreams, is that dream car and that dream life. And, 5 years from now, you're going to be in that dream life and you're going to be like, man, I remember when I was just a little caterpillar, and I remember when I was just in a cocoon. All right, one more oracle card from this Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. What does Gemini need to hear? I'm not doing chaos mode. I keep forgetting Gemini. Spiritual cleansing. When was the last time you cleansed yourself? It doesn't have to be, traditionally what you think of, like a smoke cleansing. You could, if you want to, you could take a bath. You could go have someone Reiki, energy healing. A lot of things are cleansing. It doesn't have to just be the traditional like smoke cleanse. You can have a spell candle, a white candle for purity for cleansing. You could cleanse with a selenite or a clear quartz. You need some type of cleansing. You need to kind of get rid of this stagnant energy. I think, this stuck energy. I'm gonna pull one more just because, yeah. Release. You gotta release something. You gotta let it break, my Gemini lovelies. You gotta cleanse, you gotta release. I'm gonna leave it at that because that's pretty straightforward. So, my lovely Geminis, I hope this resonated. Don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Don't forget to drop your name and a question if you want to get entered in to win a free 3-card reading. If you're like, I just want to buy a personal reading because you want to support me and maybe you want, you just want a reading, you don't want to wait to see who wins, I do offer them. I also offer personalized in-depth video readings just like this. If you want a video just like this, a 20-minute long reading of me talking to you, I offer those. I also have, if you're a baby witch looking to get started on your journey, I have a 30-day witchcraft and wellness challenge. I have witchcraft and wellness courses. My witchcraft and wellness bundle comes with that challenge, and also courses for moons and crystals and chakras and self-love and mindful eating and all the things, and yoga. That is available as well. Like I said, I have my membership here on YouTube. If you want a coven, if you want a community, it's only $9.99 a month, and you get live yoga every week, live tarot every week. We check in with the energies every week, live new moon, full moon workshops, all the things for $9.99 plus more, plus a Discord, plus a coven. It's pretty awesome. Just hit that join button, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna get my words jumbled, Gemini, all the things. Support you, girl. I am here for you. I offer all these things for free because I just, you know, I'm here for y'all. I'm here for y'all. Again, I think my purpose is to help people and to also cultivate community. So maybe you'll win that free pick a card, free card drawing if you throw your name in the comments below. I think that's all I have for you, and I will see y'all next time.